Hello, it is me, Chakra. Okay, so today, I have been having some inner discussions, I guess you could say, and I wanted to do a video on when something physically or emotionally traumatizing happens in physical reality. What happens to the chakra system, the chakras, the meridians, the etheric body, and this video basically is going to be information and directive on ways to basically like heal those things and heal the traumas and to bring yourself back into a secure, safe place so that you can feel like you're actually walking on the ground instead of outside of your body. And I just got done doing Jen McCarty meditation and I almost fell asleep, so I'm a little slow, but it'll be okay. So, okay, let me just make sure that this is so weird. Like, it's stalling, like, whatever, I'll just go with it. Okay, so I went to the Five Below store, so I'm going to use this book. I found this book there. And it's basically a book of tools. I was going to say a bulls. It's a book of tools for like ways to help yourself to come back into alignment, basically. Yeah. So the first things that I want to talk about is, so let's see, how do I start? I think I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with the root chakra. I know my words are a little meh, but just kind of it'll just take me a minute to just get there. So the root chakra is stability, survival, and security. And I think I'm gonna talk about the root chakra and about the sacral because those two kind of go hand in hand and possibly it might go into the solar plexus. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to take too long because, you know. But anyway, I'm going to read a few things from this book so that you can kind of get the gist of like where I'm going to go with this stuff. So the root chakra is stability, survival, and security. So it's like your safety. So if you have someone, if you had somebody, I guess the two things I'm going to talk about is like if someone's overpowered you physically, whether it's, rape or, with a G word or some sort of like physical abuse type of stuff, that is going to affect you in your root chakra. And I just want to read a little bit about that. So the overview of the root chakra is it's the lowest chakra in the energetic system. It is the first of the physical chakras, grounding us to earthly existence, located at the base of the spine. So basically it sits at the spot where your tailbone hits a point. It's right there. It acts as an energetic foundation, which is why your chakra work should begin here. A healthy, balanced root chakra creates the foundation we need to align and open the chakras above it. Just as you wouldn't build a house on shifting sands, you don't want to work on You don't want to work on balancing the upper chakras without clearing and connecting to your base chakra. If you think of your energetic system as a tree, the root chakra is just that, the strong, deep roots from which a big and beautiful tree can grow and thrive. Tending to our root chakra creates a strong energetic foundation that helps bring balance to our system as a whole. So, here I'm going to show this. So that's just like little tools and examples of like what you can use to. I mean, this is basically like the definition of what the root chakra is. So, and it also gives tools like crystals and essential oils. There's actually a lot in this book. I'm not going to go over the whole thing. But my main concern today is that what happens when you have someone, like, let's say, for example, a child has sexual abuse, or let's say it's ancestral. I mean, this is a perfect time to talk about our ancestors and what happened to them. So if you look at the chakra system as a whole, it should be lined up. But let's say, for example, you have someone attack you. Your root chakra is not going to continue to sit there right at the base of your tailbone. It's going to veer off. And your etheric body can also veer off. So the root chakra needs, like, if you were going to go into a meditation, you would imagine or see your root chakra, find your root chakra wherever it is. Because sometimes the root chakra, I don't know if the root chakra like goes to a bunch of like all over. The only thing I've ever seen is mine's been like that far off of the base of my spine. And when I realized that I needed to put it back, and this actually happened recently, I had to put it back at the base of my tailbone. It kind of hurt. Not because like it wasn't because like I was like being forceful or anything. It was because it had gotten disconnected from the emotional states that I went into because of the things that I went through in my past. So after I put it back where it's supposed to be, I felt safe. I felt more safe. I felt more grounded. I felt more at ease. And I was able to like think and feel and like understand things and comprehend things instead of, you know, like you know how sometimes like the difference between somebody who is grounded, a person who's grounded, like I'm grounded right now. I'm calm, I'm chill, I'm relaxed, I'm sitting, I got candles, I got 4 candles all around me, I got rocks all around me, I got these really cute little flowers. They're supposed to generate joy. It's so cute. So anyways, it's the first time I'm using them. So I'm super duper chill. So I feel safe. I feel secure. Nothing is happening right now. I don't have anything in my brain that's like constantly like, like chatter. So like a person who is like talking, it's because there's like this like freak out happening, like energetically. It's like the person isn't aware that they're not connected, that their root chakra is not connected, and that they're not grounded. So they're basically like walking around outside of their body. And what does that feel like? It feels like you may or may not recognize it, because it could be like this feeling of like, I can't get into my body because I can't feel like I'm grounded. I can't feel myself being in my body because something happened to my body. Something physically happened to my body. Something emotional happened to my body, and I have this pain. So whenever I come back into my body, I either feel all the pain or I feel like I gotta cry 24/7, or, I'm angry, or, it's like all those, you know, these feelings of like, I want to just run away from those. So that's basically what you're doing. You're like kind of running away from those feelings. And when you recognize that it's a struggle to be grounded in your body, there has to be some things that have to be looked at. You have to determine what the reason is of why you feel like you can't be grounded into your body. And if you have something that happened that was traumatic, there's lots of things that can be done for that. I mean, basically what I would recommend if I was a person, well, I am a person who's had a lot of trauma things, but I have a lot of tools. I have a lot of tools that I have. It's like, okay, when I'm going through something, like for example, a few days ago, I was, for some reason, I've been having this experience where like I can't breathe like during the day, or not during the day, but like I'm trying to go to sleep, or I'm waking up between 3 and 5. Like this just started happening, and like I'm really super freaking hot, and like I can't breathe, and I don't know what's going on. And like there was some energies that were coming at me for a while. And I don't know if it's because of where I live, or if it's because I hold the light so bright, if there was like energies coming at me because of that. Like I didn't totally dig into that. But anyways, I was able to clear it out, because I have tools. I have a thought process. I have been able to like, talk myself down from, from being outside of my body. I can come back in. I'm like, okay, nothing's actually happening right now. There's only energy that's going on right now. So technically, I'm still safe. I'm still safe. I'm still okay. So, the other things that I want to talk about is like in this book. Okay, now I'm definitely not going to go through everything, but I'm just going to show you some pictures. So there's a lot of things that help people to ground. And there's rocks, so they have crystals in this book. And so the crystals are, one of them is argonite. If you are feeling an overwhelming sense of restlessness, the reddish orange and browns of argonite can help alleviate it. The powerful but gently grounding stone has high earth energy, helping to physically connect you to the beauty and wonder of nature, while mentally and emotionally bringing you down to earth. Use it to help clear a mental fog. And so that's exactly what I was talking about, is when your root chakra is not connected, or you're not in your body because you don't feel safe, you have to pull yourself back in. But if there's like, pain or a reason that you don't feel safe in your body, then you have to heal from that. And so like, I guess you could say you could use argonite to help with that. Then there's black tourmaline. The things that I know about black tourmaline is it. Okay, well, I'll just read it. This inky stone is powerfully protective, repelling and dispelling negative energy to create a more positive space. Internally and externally, it can help clear root chakra blockages, boosting your connection to the earth with its centering pull. It is wonderful for bringing balance, laying the foundation for the alignment of all the chakras. And so when I was doing the meditation, I was holding on to, where did it go? Well, I don't know. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I was holding on to this. This is black tourmaline with the chakras. And then I was also holding on to, I think this is shungite. I can't remember what it is. All I know is that it pulls all the dark black energy. And so that's what I was doing. I was, we were going into some places that were kind of scary to me. So I decided that I would have those, and intentionally I was just having it just to clear the dark energy in case anything went on. But now that I'm reading this, I didn't realize that I was protecting myself. So there's that. So I use that as a tool to help me to feel safe. And then hematite. This silvery black stone is the ultimate stabilizer. It has a centering effect, grounding us in our body and connecting our feet to the earth. It can be particularly good for working with an underactive root chakra, as it can help to calm irrational anxiety and excessive worry. It offers a feeling of safety and security, which boosts a balanced root chakra. I just so happen to have that on. So this is hematite. Oh, it's great. Yep. If you have any struggles with, what that just said, it's definitely amazing stuff. Okay, so then we have smoky quartz. This quartz stone featuring gray smoky hues is wonderful to work with if your root chakra is imbalanced. Wait, let me read that again. This quartz stone featuring gray smoky hues is wonderful to work with if your root chakra imbalance manifests as a negative or pessimistic thinking. Its centering energy will help you ground while also providing a calming yet energizing boost. If you find you are resistant to or fearful of change, smoky quartz can help clear the block. So now these are tools, but you still have to, a person still has to heal those traumas. You still have to heal those specific things. So, all right. So then they have essential oils. So, like, let's say, for example, you were to decide one day that you had some time, like a whole day, and you wanted to go into some energies of something that you went through, and you know that it's going to hurt you, and you just have some space, no one's around. I mean, I don't do a whole lot when other people are around, or maybe you have a friend that you want to, that will be able to help you go through that. That's possible. But anyways, you have to go into the timeline where that's happened, and it's kind of like you're watching a movie, and you literally can help yourself in that timeline. See, the mind, or like what you see, like your subconscious, is neutral, right? So like it literally believes whatever it is that you decide that you see. So you can literally change that timeline. So if you go into the timeline and, like, let's say for example you're being attacked for whatever reason it is, and in the timeline, the actual timeline that happened, you did not have a way to protect yourself, or there wasn't a person there to protect you. So if you decide that you want help, or you, like, you just kind of like imagine what you would have done, or like, like, let's say for example a person, like it's a child and someone's bigger than you. Well, what are you going to do? The logic of your mind is that you are small and that you can't protect yourself. But that's not true. There's lots of things that you can do. And especially like if you're a child and you don't feel like you're big enough, you can make yourself grow bigger and protect yourself. Or you can, you know what I mean? It's just, you don't have to do that. But I mean, like, you just figure out something that will make your mind go to at ease, like to make your root chakra calm down, to make your heart calm down. So you imagine whatever it is that you feel like is the thing that will make you feel like, okay, like, first of all, the reason that this works is because you're not there anymore. You're not having that experience anymore. You're here today. You're not there anymore. So their timeline, even though it's like in your mind, it doesn't make any sense that you can change the timeline because that's not what actually happened. It's not the truth. But you can shift your feelings about it. And once you heal, once you start to realize that what you do for yourself when you go back into that timeline, when you see the memory of it and you change the memory of it, it will change your energy and it will start to shift you into a new direction. Whether your mind understands it or not, or makes sense, or it's logical or not, it still is something that will shift your energy and you will start to calm down over time. And if you struggle with it, you know what I mean? Like if it's something that's really super hard, you can still like find, you have to make sure that you want to do it, because if you're not committed to healing this particular experience, you're just gonna sit and suffer. You're gonna be crippled, and it's going to cripple everything else in your life. So try not to do that. Try to go back. Take it in little bits. If it's a really super hard thing, then take it a little bit at a time. Do as much as you can in the moment. And then the next time that it comes up, or the next time that you have some time to work on it and you want to work on it, go back into the timeline, do a little bit more, empower yourself, empower your inner child. Because everything that you see, everything your inner child experiences with you, you are the power person. You are the person who teaches your inner child what's okay and what's not okay, what's good, what's not good, what you want, what you do not want. Because the inner child does not know. I mean, look at a baby, infant, toddler. They have to be taught. So if your toddler or your infant baby was taught or treated a certain way, or, you know, whatever, five, 5-year old or up to 10 or something, I don't know what that is described as. It's not a toddler. But like you have to like retrain yourself that, like I understand that my parent or whoever was taking care of me was not there for me. They did not protect me. They, whatever it is, they didn't teach me that I could do these things. So now it's not their job anymore, because you're older now, you're old enough. And even if you're a child, you can still recognize that you can help yourself and retrain yourself to live in a different way of being. Because just because your parents knew a certain way doesn't mean that they know the way now. They don't know the way always. They don't. And sometimes parents are, sometimes they can be in survival mode, and they're like, okay, well, my kid has to take care of my kid because I gotta go to work, I gotta pay the bills, I gotta get food on the table. So they're not in the mindset of, they're just like, okay, I gotta take care of my kid. How else am I supposed to take care of my kid? And then you're over here like, well, you didn't protect me, you didn't do this, you didn't that, you were the person who did all these things to be mean to me, or whatever it is. Like that kind of stuff happens. That's not what I'm trying to go into, but I'm saying that what happens to you now is what happens to you now is your responsibility. You have to take care of yourself now. You have to talk to your inner child. You have to talk to yourself, and you have to say, okay, I realize that this happened and you didn't feel safe and you didn't feel protected. And the decision that was made during that time frame to go down this pathway or alleyway or whatever it is, I should have turned around. I should have went a different way. I wish I would have went a different way. And I'm really sorry that I didn't go that way. Can you forgive me? And basically you're forgiving yourself. You're forgiving yourself. For one, you didn't know any better. You were young, and a lot of times we don't know any better. We just do things sometimes, and sometimes we don't. Like, sometimes we get guided to just do something, and then that's our experience. And then when we have the experience, we have to accept the fact that we have to forgive ourselves. We have to, because that was something I learned a long time ago. I was like, they always tell us that God's supposed to forgive you. And it's like, okay, so I was like, all right, well, I'm energetically aware. I'm connected to God. So this was like like 10 years ago, I think. I got a vision or a memory back from something that happened. And I was like, okay, God, will you forgive me for this? But then I still felt the feeling of it. And I was like, I thought you forgave me, you know? Like, aren't you the one supposed to forgive me? And then I got the message that I had to forgive myself. And when I forgave myself, the feeling went away. My little lady had to know that I was forgiving myself so we could forgive each other. It's like there's not more than one of me, but you know, she's an aspect of me. So she's the innocence part of me. So in order for her to heal, for that inner child portion of myself to heal, I had to forgive myself. I'm feeling all emotional because I can see things coming out of her heart, which is coming out of my heart. So there's that. You still got to heal, but there's tools that can help to soothe the situations and the moments that have gone on. And if there's a multiple things, you can do multiple things. So in here for the root chakra, I hope I can get this all on there. But this is essential oils, which is like, essential oils is like, well, you probably know what those are, but like the way I understand it, it's kind of like an element where like it absorbs into the skin, which is an energetic vibration. And then there's also a smell. And I've noticed that smells help to heal also. So, so hopefully you can read that stuff. I'll just say them out loud. I'm not going to read the whole thing. So one is allspice, ALL spice. Black pepper. I actually put black pepper in like everything. Cedar wood, sandalwood, and vetiver. Okay, and apparently you can make root chakra massage oil. That's pretty cool. A deeply grounding and uplifting blend with a hint of romantic floral. It doesn't really look like you can read it because like the pixels or something on my camera is like, it just doesn't look right. So something that I recently, it's something so simple and so basic that you would think of, but I wasn't thinking of it until like I was, since I was going through like the energies of, you know, this time of year. I'm not trying to talk a whole lot about it because I don't want to put emphasis on anything, but um though, so I was having freakouts this week, like anxiety, panic attacks type of stuff, and not being able to sleep, too hot, you know, kind of things. I don't know what kind of energies were like coming in, good or bad. So basically like I know that whenever I go to like a job interview, if I'm going to get the job, it's because they gave me some water. I never realized. I was like, okay, if they just give me some water, I'll calm down and I'll be all right. And so I did never put it together because I was like, I think we just been told that if you just drink water, like I thought that it was the act of drinking, like the swallowing and what your mouth is doing, like mechanical. But recently I was like, you know, like they were like, yeah, you need some water because I was hot and like, you know, I needed to drink some water. So, um, water's from the earth. So you're basically like drinking the earth. So when you drink the earth, you're like grounding. And it's the same thing with food. So like every time you eat, you're eating the vibration or the energy of that particular item, whatever it is. So if you eat superficial shit, you know what I'm saying, processed food that isn't really actually food and it has a bunch of shit in it, I'm going to say you're probably not going to be able to be grounded. Yeah, wow. I just put that together. So if you eat vegetables, which grounds you, and fruits that ground you, and herbs that ground you, yeah, life is so much better. I'm just saying. Yep, I actually, when I was going through in 21 and 22, when I lost my hamster in August of 21, my cat in May of 22, my house in August of 22. I moved. I moved. I moved. I moved. I think I moved 4 times. Yeah. So, anyways, when I was going through all that, um, gosh, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. It totally just left. Oh, so that stuff's been coming up. That's what I'm trying to say. That emotions have been coming up for me, and so I've been kind of crying my eyes out like lately a little bit. So, anyways, I was not eating healthy for like the longest time, like at all. I was eating cinnamon donuts from Quick Trip. Those are the best. I don't eat those anymore. And just I basically was like eating all my feelings without realizing. I mean, I kind of knew that I was doing that, but I couldn't stop myself because I was freaking out. Like I was freaking out. I was going through a lot. So anyways, we got the sirens going off. Man, the last 3 or 4 days, a bunch of car alarms have been going off. I'm like, things are changing. It's been super duper windy. It's been really weird. Something's going on. But anyway, these things usually last a minute to 3 minutes, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. But anyways, the next page is food. So what foods help you to ground? This is great. I actually eat a lot of these. I need to get some pomegranate. This is pretty cool. I like it. Okay, so hearty protein-rich foods. So grains, legumes, nuts, root vegetables, red foods help with grounding, red apples, berries, cherries, tomatoes, pomegranate, garlic, paprika, cayenne, turmeric, and horseradish. And yeah, I probably eat almost all of these. Yep. So I'm constantly trying to stay grounded. And the thing is like when it doesn't matter if a person is energetically aware or not, or spiritually awakened, anybody can be ungrounded and not even realize that you're ungrounded. Like sometimes it's hard to be here, we don't know how it is. So, or how I should say it has been. Okay, so this is beetroot and apple juice. I guess it's like a drink that you can do to help yourself ground. I don't know if that's focusing in or not, because it's like a different experience. Like for me, when I look at myself, like, and then I post it online, it's like, okay, yeah, you can see that. But I wish I wish it wasn't so pixely. But anyway, hopefully you can see that. roasted root vegetable salad. So it's another recipe to help with grounding. It's yeah. So another thing I've been doing for myself is I since my last video, I pretty much moved almost everything out of my living room, which is where I'm at, and I put my work stuff all the way in the other side, back over there, with my couch, and then so just there's like stuff around the edges of this room, so like I can have this whole entire room to do whatever I want with it. And so I'm doing a few things. Like one, all my cat's toys are in here, and my cat Moo, she's I've been catching her just sitting in here. Like I'm sleeping, and I have to get up for work, and then I come out here, and she's just sitting in here in her toys, and that's like her favorite thing to do. It's so cute. I just love it so much. But anyways, so I'm putting my cat's toys in here so that they can play whenever they want, and it makes them happy. I like that. And then the other thing, I put my stereo in here, so I'm doing dancing, which makes me feel good. I really love to dance. That's my thing. It makes me happy. Plus, it's exercise, so that's good. Music makes me feel good. And then yoga. So I did yoga for the first time after, I don't even know, it's been like a year since I've done yoga. And I get a lot of kundalini rushes when I do yoga. It's like rushes of like, it's like when you move a certain way, it like, let's see, how do I say this? It like opens up the channels so that you can flow. So when the energy is able to flow, like let's say for example, like I have a lot of issues with this side of my up here for some reason. And so when I turn like this and like go like that, it opens up that energy, and then it bursts out. So the kundalini is just like, get out of here. And then I have to sit and wait for it to be like done, which is one of the reasons why I don't like go to a class or whatever. I like doing it at home. It's more peaceful. So, okay, so these are yoga poses for grounding, which I like this. These are, yeah. So physical things that you can do for yourself to help yourself to ground, which is what I'm talking about. So, the first one is mountain pose, which is the standing one. Tadasana. And then the second one is the standing forward fold, where you're bending over. Uttanasana. And then one with your elbows touching your knees. That one's garland pose, Malasana. And then the child's pose, Balasana. Yeah, clearly I don't say these words very often. I don't know what I'm doing. What is this? Mula Bandha, known as the root lock. The practice of Mula Bandha is another way to support your root chakra. Simply put, Mula Bandha consists of contracting the muscles of the pelvic floor, not unlike the Kegel exercises that many women use to strengthen bladder control. On an energetic level, Mula Bandha is akin to a dam, stopping the flow of energy out of the body through the pelvis and instead redirecting it up through the other energy centers towards the crown of the head. Practice Mula Bandha in garland pose, garland pose? Oh, that's the one where you're sitting with your elbows on your knees. Or not sitting, it's like squatting. To help capture the energy of the pose. That's pretty cool. I didn't know about that. Okay, so there are other things that you can do to help with grounding and balancing your root chakra so that it functions the way it's supposed to. Um, there's visualization, meditation, and affirmations. So yeah, you can listen to things. Apparently, there's rituals and activities. Yeah. So let's see here. Affirmations can be a powerful tool for working with any chakra. Use one of these suggestions or let them inspire you to create your own personalized affirmation depending on the energy you need. Say it out loud to your reflection in the mirror in the morning and at night or at the end of a yoga practice. You can also say it silently whenever you want or need to. So the affirmations are: I am strong and centered. I am here and I am safe. I am at home in my body. I have all that I need to survive and thrive. I am loved. I am supported. I belong. I am focused and I choose calm. I am rooted to the earth and connected to the universe. My foundation is strong and my being is flexible. I know myself. I love myself. I honor myself. And I just want to talk a little bit about. I recently learned about the elements: earth, fire, wind, water, because I watched the cartoon, the series of the Avatar, and it really helped me a lot. That cartoon, it really really showed me a lot, and it also helps to like I okay, so I'm the fire element. Like that's what I was when I first was, I don't know, made, I guess you could say. So I started out as the fire element. And the fire element is the flowy. Yes, I need wood that makes me, burn or flame, I guess you could say. But like I'm a floaty. I just flow with the wind. I don't really like, you know what I mean? Like I don't think about grounding. You know what I mean? I don't think about earthing. And it wasn't until I watched that Avatar series where the the per, the girl that played Earth, the way that she was absolutely 100 solid in everything that she did. She didn't have to question anything. She was so decisive in her decisions to do the things that she wanted to do that it helped me to understand and look at the earth and the way that the earth is. So it helped me to structure myself so that I could be more solid instead of just this flying around fire, which was pretty awesome. So I got to understand like what it feels like to earth. Another thing that I did is, or that I have done is, I imagine myself going down into the dirt. So like I see my, like it's kind of like astral traveling. I just kind of go down into the earth and then I feel what the earth feels like. And I'm like, yeah, there's definitely worms down there and bugs. But anyway, I'm not really into bugs or worms. But what I'm trying to say is that, just feel like it's almost like a really super subtle like vibration of like it's like a deep deep energy that just like, oh, I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's the earth or if that's something else. No, that's the earth. Yeah. But anyway, so that like you just get comfortable, get used to like what the earth feels like, and what the grass feels like. Like there was this one time like I didn't know what I was doing, and my third eye opened. It was when I first woke up in 2012, and I noticed that I had roots at the bottom of my feet. So I was like, well, I was on the third floor of my apartment and I had the door open, and it was kind of like, it was like a summery night, but it was like kind of like maybe it was like August possibly, where it was like kind of cold and wet outside. Not really cold, but like, a little more chill than the sun shining. And so I took my roots out the door, down the side of the building, and into the grass. And I was like, I just felt the way it felt, and it was just so like, it made me feel good. I was like, man, I needed that. So you have to like kind of immerse yourself into the earth. So like if you go out into nature, which is that totally went right into that. So the next on the page, the one I just showed, it talks about get out into nature. Drink dandelion root tea. Walk barefoot. Take a dance break. That's awesome. Give yourself a foot massage. That works, by the way. That's pretty awesome. It's kind of like you have to do things that like make your body feel good, and then you can feel like it's kind of like your spirit like always feels good, but then when your body does not feel good, then your spirit is like, okay, I can't get in there because it's too painful, so I got to figure out how to ground or how to heal myself. So like I got to guide my person to like learn certain things. Like for example, this video, if you're still watching, you're being guided to this video to help understand earthing and grounding and being more solid in your body. It takes a little bit. It does, but you can do it. You can. Okay. So I'm not going to keep on with because I can see I've been talking 47 minutes about the root chakra. So I'm going to start another video about the sacral. And we're going to go a little bit further because I got some meridians to talk about with that, because there's some experiences doing energy work. I have learned some things, and most of the people that I have encountered, or not encountered, I would say have been guided to me, or I have drawn in somehow, have been raped. So there's some stuff I want to talk about with that. So anyways, if you made it this far, thank you very much. And hopefully you watch the next one, which is going to be sacral. Until next time.